Hello, hello, and welcome back as I continue my struggle for survival against starvation, insanity, and giant one-eyed birds as my shuffle mode play continues in Don't Starve. And last episode served up some fairly standard survival fare. We gathered a few materials, built some basic tools, and established a base camp. We also built ourselves a sweet straw hat, which I'm going to slap right on here since it's raining. I also delivered a public service announcement, of course, about being wary of anyone who comes up to you, inhales deeply, and then spends the next 10 minutes describing how intoxicated they are by your scent. Spoiler, you should call the cops. And then I told a story about the time I ate an especially sure-footed two-legged mule named Ricky, and got attacked by a mysterious clockwork pope creature who lives somewhere over in this vicinity. We're going to avoid that gentleman for now, and since it stopped raining, I think we'll put our garland back on. Also, conspiracy theorist, I'm not talking about the actual Pope being made of clockwork, and if you think the head of the Roman Catholic Church is in fact a robot construct, you need to deal with that belief in the normal fashion. Which is to write a book starring yourself as the main character, sell tens of millions of copies, and then nearly ruin Tom Hanks' career when you cash in on the movie rights. And while you do that, I'm just gonna avoid the clockwork Pope monster that lives somewhere over to the east of us, and continue setting up my base and slaughtering turkeys as I find them. So let's keep gathering some materials here. At some point we should like to also build some traps. Maybe see if we can sort of get a sustainable farming action working. And we broke our pickaxe, that's not good. But to see if we maybe can't get some sustainable meat farming going in the general vicinity, would very much like that. Also, one of our next priorities is to try and build a crock pot, because crock pot cookery is the shit, folks. I'm telling you, you take a nice tender pork loin, you pitch that bad boy in a crock pot with some diced onions, just let it cook up all day. You're going to be glad you did. You're going to be glad you did. We should also try and get a shovel so we can get rid of some of these stumps, as well as begin moving some harvestable resources back towards our camp, specifically berry bushes. If we can dig those up and move them back towards our camp, it's going to be a bit of a coup for us. So, actually, before we run off here, Wilson, let's go take a look and see exactly what we need in order to build our crock pot. So we gotta go down to the science area. Alchemy engine is completed. Where is my crockpot? Excuse me, crockpot? A divining rod, a thermal measurer, rainometer. We don't really need any of these. Or is it rainometer? I'm not sure. A handful of gunpowder, definitely don't need. A lightning rod actually would be useful. An ice flingomatic. Save plants, puts out fires fueled by flame. So where's my crockpot? Is that under survival? It's under fighting. Survival. I know crockpot is a thing. Fishing rod, pretty parasol, umbrella. Where is my crockpot? I need a crockpot. A thermal stone, which will keep us warm in the winter. Backpack, piggyback, straw roll. Where is the crockpot, damn it? Alright. Is it here? Pumpkin lantern, a regular lantern. Several different kinds of fire. Endothermic fire, which actually serves to keep us cool in the summertime. No? It's not a structure, it's not under refining, it's definitely not magic, and it's not clothing. It's got to be under science. Actually, it's under food. I'm an idiot. Never mind. It's a food thing. Drying rack, crock pot, there it is. So we need 3 cut stone, 6 charcoal, and some sticks. We have the sticks, so we got to make some charcoal. We can do that relatively simply. We just need to build ourselves a torch and start setting some shit on fire. So let's start burning some shit. Actually, we don't really need this rope. We can put that back in our pack. Let's get ourselves a nice little torch here. And, well, let's commit some acts of arson. So, sorry, tree, but you gotta burn. I didn't want to burn the sapling, actually. That's fine. So we need 6 of these. That means we gotta find 6 trees, set them on fire. We actually, oh god, we're starving to death. We need to eat something. Probably eating that red cap was not necessarily the best idea. We have a bunch of berries. They're not cooked. Let's make a small fire and roast some berries here. Did not notice that we were starving. So let's burn these. Well, I hope we don't burn them. I hope we're a more talented chef than that. I mean, come on, Wilson. I'm trusting you on this one. Granted, you are probably just a volleyball with a blood smear on it, but starving is going to be a bad. I mean, the name of the damn game is Don't Starve. I'd rather not starve this early. We're kind of not in a fantastic position food-wise. We sort of need to go gather more food. We do have a couple roasted carrots. That's fine. We just got to keep our tree burning habits alive here. So let's go ahead and burn you. We're also going to catch that sapling, which is suboptimal. We could have harvested that for sticks. More trees. Continue our slow burn. And these we can actually just grab our axe and start hacking them down. One swing's gonna drop them. It's gonna grab us some charcoal. What are you? A dead butterfly. Oh, we'll take those. Butterfly wings actually, if you eat them, I believe, heal you? They do. Oh, that's good. We were a little injured as well. Pick these pretty flowers, chop these down, get some charcoal. More chop, more charcoal. By the time this is done, baby, we're gonna have so much charcoal we could purify water. Which is not particularly useful, actually. I mean, purifying water, of course, but a charcoal filter is among some of the poor methods of water filtration. We also need to find more trees that aren't near the clockwork pope so that we can burn them down without getting killed. We should be very close to the number of charcoal that we need, however, so once we've got these on a slow burn, we'll let them burn, we'll pick them up tomorrow. Why did I take damage from that? Didn't really seem that close to the fire. Our torch has burned out, but that's fine. We've got enough logs to get us through the evening. I think maybe we'll build ourselves a shovel as well. We can start digging things up and maybe begin planting a little bit of a berry farm. Throw one more on that. Probably plant the rest of these pine cones as well, just so we can get ourselves a nice little forest started. It's all about being green, right, Wilson? It ain't easy being green. I mean, there's a lot of effort if you want to conserve. I really think that's what Kermit the Frog's message was. He wasn't talking about his skin so much. He was saying, you know, it's not easy being green. You gotta be ecologically sensitive. Even as a frog with someone's hand jammed up his ass, it's still very important. Tools. We want a shovel. Build me a shovel. There we go. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice shovel. We're gonna put this over here. I'm just trying to get my tools closer to the front of my inventory. We can dig up this log. Is this a dead bird? Get out of here, bird. We're going to dig up some of this grass as well, just to sort of get out of the way. Grass tufts we can replant and fertilize to make a potentially harvestable source of grass. In this case, I'm more interested in just getting them the hell out of the road. We're going to start our tree farm here. I don't really want to have to weed it, so I'm a lazy man. And weeding, bending over like that, it's hard on Wilson's back. It really does bad things to his sanity, which is completely fabricated, but that's the explanation I like to do. That's cut grass. That's not what I want. I want grass tufts. Let's start planting a nice little windbreak here. That's right, Wilson. Nice little windbreak to keep us safe. And now we basically just got to stand here and wait for daytime. We should also possibly build a spear. Can we make a spear? We have everything we need. Let's prototype it. This will get us some sanity as well, which is fine. Prototype the spear. Alright, good. So we now have an actual physical weapon that we can use to fight relatively well. Sticks, what do we need? Nothing really, we need it to be daytime. That's sort of all we're looking for. Let's get our axe out, we're going to start harvesting some trees. There's dawn. Dawn has fallen, broken, come, whatever you want to say. It has arrived. Wilson, of course, is growing a beard. Now, having a beard does have negative effects on Wilson's sanity. I'm not really sure what that says about beards and beard aficionados. You know, I can't say as having a beard has ever negatively affected my sanity. Some people seem to like beards. I'm not one of them. After, you know, whenever I try to grow a beard, and I've tried several times in my life, but it seems like every time, I let myself go unshaven for a particular period, and then after about, I don't know, like about 8 days, it just gets all itchy and gross, and I'm like, why am I trying to grow a beard? And then I just shave it. It only ever gets so long, and then I just can't stand it anymore and have to shave it off. Similarly, I think, you know what? I think we'll keep Wilson beard-free. I'd like to keep his sanity as high as possible. Let's head back to camp very quickly. We have enough rocks, enough gold, and I think enough charcoal that we can go ahead and get our crockpot started. Then we gotta find some food, because otherwise we're gonna starve. Tools. We want to build a razor. Can we prototype a razor? That's a pitchfork. There we go. Prototype. We now have a razor. We can equip this. And Wilson is beard free. It does leave beard hair here. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. I think we can burn it. Ah, there we go. I'll burn my own damn beard hair. Wilson, with some clear self-loathing and body issues there, he's so afraid of his own beard hair that he feels compelled to burn it. That clockwork, or that tall bird over there really kind of has me worried a bit. So let's go to food. Can I build a crock pot yet? What do I need? Cut stone, I know. So I need more sticks and 3 cut stone. We have enough stone that we can actually refine that. That shouldn't be a problem, but we are going to need a few more sticks. We're probably not going to find those in the plains, so let's head over in this direction. I do want to stay away from the east. I'm a little upset that I built my base unknowingly so close to whatever those clockwork critters over there that seemed particularly not nice. The clockwork pope, man. I guess kind of a jerk. I mean, one would expect a pope to be a little more friendly and personable, but that clockwork pope, I guess, kind of an asshole. We walked over there and he just immediately started smiting us for being unrepentant sinners. I mean, geez, Pope, you're supposed to be all about forgiveness and whatnot. Couldn't you cut us a little slack? I mean, sure, we're a sinner and all, but that's why you're there. You're supposed to intercede with us for God and offer us redemption and salvation. I guess that makes the Clockwork Pope a lot like the previous Pope, the Nazi Pope, the one that was at one point a member of the Nazi Party. I don't remember his name. Not Francis. Francis is like the cool hip Pope. Benedict? Was it Pope Benedict, I think? I don't know. The mean Pope who hated everyone. Not the cool Pope who said dogs get to go to heaven now. That's the new Pope. The new Pope is cool, man. He said dogs and pets make the cut for heaven. That's my kind of Pope. It's official, man. Yeah, are you burned tree? Nope, you're just a pine cone. Alright, well, we still need sticks. Alright, we have enough sticks for our crock pot, which is good because we're almost entirely out of food. We also gotta find some damn food pretty damn quick. Let's get back to base, build our crock pot, and I think we gotta go east, Clockwork Pope or not. I mean, he can shout brimstone, hellfire, and damnation at us all he wants, but we don't find some food, we're gonna be in dire straits. And food is probably only gonna grow in that direction, at least for the foreseeable future. It's the right sort of biome where we would find food. Let's build our crock pot. Get a refined cut stone, we need 3 of these. 2, and 3. And now we can build a crock pot. Bam! Let's prototype this stuff. Good to go. We have a crock pot. We'll put that right next to our science machine. And now we have better food opportunities. So before it gets too dark, let's try and go find something we can eat. Like this rabbit. Oh, the Pope is angry. The Pope is angry. Oh, sure, rabbits and bunnies. Just because the Pope said animals go to heaven now, you gotta take shelter. I see how you are. I see how you are, bunnies. These rabbits are jerks. Also, you know what we can do? We could... Well, first off, if we're going to be attacking bunnies, we should probably get an actual weapon. We're not going to be able to hit them. Rabbits are too clever, but we can build some traps that we can use to trap the bunnies. Here's some berries that will sate our immediate hunger needs so we don't just starve to death. We do need to pick all the grass we can find. Picking flowers, of course, always useful. A couple things you can do with flowers. We can, well, one, make them into the sweetest fucking hat of all time. I mean, that goes without saying. 2, you can eat flowers if you're injured. I think they give you a very small health boost. The other thing you can do with flowers, however, that's more important is throw them on the ground, let them rot, and use the rot as fertilizer, which is excessively useful. Oh man. That should have been a turkey leg, I'd like to point out. At one point in time, that was, in fact, a turkey leg. Alright, we're not in fantastic shape, so let's head back home. We probably have enough food to keep us from starving immediately, but we're going to have to go do some more foraging again in the very near future. Seriously, Clockwork Pope, fuck off, man. I'm just a sinner over here trying to live my life. Jeez, don't be all hellfire and damnation. Cut me some slack, man. I'm telling you, this Pope, kind of a dick. Alright, so let's start chopping down some of our harvested trees. We're going to just turn this into firewood. If we're going to be doing any fighting, which it looks like we might have to do, we're going to need to make some armor, which requires us to have rope, and we can make a log suit. Give me my shovel. Start digging up these trees. They'll give us extra logs. We already have a bunch of trees that are cut down. Our berries have regrown. This is one of the reasons why we want to start digging berry bushes and moving them closer to camp. That way we can have sort of a sustainable source of food. The problem is, we don't want to move berries just yet. The ones that are near our camp and growing, we don't want to pick. Because once we've transplanted them, they actually won't grow food until we get a chance to fertilize them. And as it stands right now, we don't really have anything to fertilize them with. So we'd be best served just to let these two that are right nearby continue growing, and as we travel, we'll keep an eye out for potential harvestable bushes that we can haul back to base and sort of bonsai our planet a bit, if you will. We're going to throw these petals on the ground and just let them start rotting. Get a couple logs in the old fire here. And we'll probably add another one. Can we make any traps? Also, we can't. Nope, that's a backpack. I want to make, yeah, a couple of these. We have enough to make... Well, we need one more tuft of grass. And that's going to have to wait. We got our crock pot here. Let's open the old crock pot, and we're going to throw in... let's do 1 carrot and some berries here. This is going to make, I think, ratatouille, which is not a fantastic food, but it's better than just eating this stuff raw. We should also probably build a chest at some point. We'll eat these roasted berries until our crock pot food finishes. Do we have it? Yeah, we know what, we have enough planks. Let's refine... Let's make a chest. I think a chest takes, I believe, 3 planks? Possibly 4. That's fine. We've got ready supplies of firewood here. Let's chop down a few more trees. Little harvest. It's all piney. Yeah, well, did you hack it down there, champ? I'm glad that it's all piney, and I mean, pine trees are kind of irritating because I know you're going to get sap all over you, and it is a little unpleasant. But, we need a firelight. We need to be able to refine these into a chest so we can start storing some of our harvestables. It's all about the chest. Clearly, Wilson, I mean, he's a boob, man. Wilson's into, yeah, he likes breast. There's nothing wrong with that. To each his own. Me, I'm more of a neck guy. I like neck. A long, thin, smooth neck. That's some sexy shit, man. You get a long neck. You're in with Perfidious Pete. He likes the neck. Pick these up. Yeah, it's still all piney. Fantastically well observed there, Wilson. Alright, let's refine some more logs. Couple more planks. We'll pitch a few of these logs on the fire. And we should be able to build a chest now as well. Is that under tools? I don't think chests are tools. Might be a structure. Wooden flooring. That doesn't really seem particularly useful considering we don't have a house. Here we go. A chest. Alright, so we have built a chest. We will drop this. Excuse me? Where did our chest go? You don't just get to run off with my chest, man. Where is it? Chest. Drop it. There we go. Now let's put some stuff in it. We don't really probably need to carry around our gold. Always good to have those kind of things harvested. This niter we don't really need. The flint we'll hang on to. Pine cones are probably okay. Don't really need this razor until we grow a beard again. Oh, we should eat this. It is ratatouille? Yeah. This should give us a reasonable supply of food there. Yeah, it's pretty good. We're no longer in immediate danger of death. So let's come down here to Rabbit Town. And we're just going to deploy a couple of these traps near these rabbit holes and see if we can't pick up some cheap meat. Did I not build another trap? Why did I not? Did I not have enough grass? I bet I didn't have enough grass. More grass. Whip up another one of these. Build it. Alright, and we will set this trap up here just so they're close to camp. Now, rabbits do come in and out of these holes. So dropping the rabbit traps near the, well, near where the rabbits live is typically a good idea. I mean, we're not talking rocket science here. So let's get our spear, and let's go forage for some more food. Oh, yeah. No, hey, that's a statue of the guy. So there's a statue of the weird guy. Apparently that dude's name is Maxwell. I'm not entirely sure what that means for us, per se, but we now know his name, at least. Give me my shovel. We're going to start harking these berry bushes and taking them back to camp. I guess we got to go this way. What is our... We haven't really explored in this direction much, so this will be a good direction for us to head. If we need to, we can always pitch like a temporary camp, and that may be what we do, because we're going to have to start foraging farther and wider. Start finding carrots and other eatables until we can get some manure and start building our own farms. We can, of course, eat these seeds, but seeds are also useful for planting. But again, in order to build farms and start like a sustainable agricultural society, which is the foundation of humanity. I mean, there's a reason we all came out of the Fertile Crescent, because that's where agriculture developed. Permanent settlement's not really possible unless you have agriculture. True for humans, true for Wilson in here, and Don't Starve as well. Didn't we come from this way? We did, which means we should probably not go in this direction. Gotta have the poop, though. Here's some berries for us. We're gonna dig up this bush. Back in the backpack. I see you there, rabbit, taunting me with your deliciousness, you piece of garbage. One day, rabbit, one day, I will have some manner of ranged weapon, and then woe unto you, rabbits, because that will be the apocalypse of rabbit kind. I will destroy all of you. And we're just going to kind of harvest as we go. I mean, we got some pretty basic intro-level survival game strategies working here. Run around, forage. I hear bees. Bees can be a potential source of honey. I don't think we could fight them off, though. No, that's way more bees than we can deal with. Oh, shit. You want a piece bee? Eh, I thought not. Man, we are not finding a whole lot of food, and we've run out of south. Man, alright, I guess we've gone full Game of Thrones. This one, we've gone as far south as south goes. That's not good. The White Walker's probably gonna fucking ruin our shit. Okay, so we got a spider nest over here. That's actually quite good. We need to let this get a little bit bigger, and once the spiders start coming out, we can begin killing them and harvesting them for their silk. Most of the most useful items in the game do require silk as a component, so we're gonna leave that alone. Let that harvest up and get a little bit bigger till it starts spitting out more spiders for us. Plenty of sticks, plenty of grass, not plenty of friggin' food. We need carrots. Alright, more flowers. I mean, we have a bunch of seeds that we could eat in an emergency, but those aren't going to feed us that long. Yeah, let's pick these berries. Oh, we have a couple berry bushes here. Alright, we're going to dig these up, take them with us. Gotta get sustainable, man. We gotta come at this, Wilson, from sort of a green perspective, pal. We gotta have sustainable agriculture on our side, man. More grass. If we could scare some rabbits into our traps, that would actually be useful. There's a lot more rabbits down here, it seems. Give me my spear, please. Yeah, let's... Come on, bunny. Oh, there's a wormhole up here. Not gonna jump through the wormhole. We don't know where it goes, but that could be potentially something we'll visit at a later time. Could take us to an entirely different biome. Oh, excellent. All right, so we have caught some bunny rabbits. Oh, yes. So, yeah, check the trap. Sweet. Check this trap. And then we're going to reset them immediately. Traps don't last forever, but you get a pretty solid set of uses out of them, usually about 6. Set the trap, Wilson. What the hell, man? So we did manage to catch a couple rabbits. We're going to bring them back to camp, murder them, and throw them in the stew pot because we are starving. So clearly I have completely failed in the whole don't starve mandate. All right, let's see what we can do in a crock. We're going to murder you, bunny, and murder that bunny. That'll give us a couple morsels, so let's open our crock pot, pitch the morsels inside. Do we have enough to make 2 things? We could do... what if we throw it like a stick in there? Let's see what this makes. Can we cook? All right, we can cook with that, and we could repeat whatever this recipe produces. Yes, I know you're hungry, Wilson. Here. Roast a berry. And then drop those for now. And then eat that. Good. We'll pick these back up. They're going to go in the stew pot once the stew pot is finished. This will give us a way to spend our evening. The other thing we can do while we wait, let's start planting some berry bushes. No, don't drop the berry bushes. Plant the berry bushes, Wilson. And I know a lot of people out there are screaming, you got to left click to plant, Pete. You got to left click to plant. And you're not wrong, but I'm never going to remember it because I'm bad at games. Come on, crock pot. I'm getting tired of waiting here. I should also probably cut some more firewood because we're almost out. What did that make? Kebabs? Looks like that made kebabs. Good. Well, let's make some more. So let's harvest this crock pot. Good. And we'll start another one cooking so we have another meal ready for tomorrow. A little morsel, a couple berries, and a stick. Get that started. Yeah, I know you're hungry, Wilson. The kebabs are done, man. Just chill for a second, all right? If I can find them, I'll eat them. There we go. All right, so we got some, man, our food situation is getting dire. I'm actually going to eat these petals. They do not provide much in the way of food, but we got to eat something. Also, I'm going to start roasting seeds. We'll have kebabs tomorrow, and it looks like tonight we're having, like, roasted pumpkin seeds, I guess. We should also probably throw another log or 2 on the fire here. And this is probably going to be it for our little Don't Starve adventure here. I got to say, things are not looking that fantastic for Wilson in that he's sort of fucking starving. I mean, we're failing in the base objective of the game, which is don't starve. So we're just going to chow down on these roasted fucking seeds. You know, that's actually recovering our hunger level reasonably well. And we'll take this shovel, and as soon as dawn breaks, I think we'll go ahead and end things. We can start picking up some of these logs. Doing a little cleanup around base. Things are getting a little messy around here. We got some more kebabs. You know, it's probably best to just go ahead and eat these. The best place to have the food is in our bellies. As long as it's not going to overfill our meter, that's pretty good for us. So that's going to be it. Dawn is about approaching, and I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, made some good progress today. Built a crock pot, and unfortunately, I don't have a delicious pork loin and any minced onions to pitch in it, but you got to take what you can get. I guess it's dead rabbit stew along with berries and sticks, which, gotta say, would make a pretty fucking unappetizing kebab. But when you're desperate and starving in the wilderness, you take what you can get. If you'd like to see more Don't Starve, consider subscribing as well. Of course, we post new episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.